Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Give me a D. Give me the E. Give me an A. Give me an M. And give me the ring. Give me the lock. Give me the rock. And give me the key. Niggas only me. Wait till they. Give me a team. Give me a team. Give me a team. Give me a team. Give me a team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground with Bigsby start to drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. On 4th down, here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive and pay off the points for themselves. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air, Williams. That is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now they'll shift things around. Williams with a little touch pass forward. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Williams going to look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got it incomplete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Second and 10. That one taken in by Neighbors. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Y'all got a problem my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Rangers. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk about Rangers. Don't you trust the bitches. Got that touch my favorite. Keep it on touch my favorite. Ready, slap.
Throwing again here, Williams. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll send Watson in motion right. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now 2nd and 5. Jackson going to change things up a bit. 2nd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
caught. Emeka Buka. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Jackson. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Another run by Bigsby. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3rd down and 10.
35-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Throwing is Williams. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6.
A loss of 2 yards.
Now Lamar changing the look. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And this is good for a first down, his second grab in this NFC Championship bout. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed on to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
180! Hey, no! 180! 13. Sit on! 180! Finish up! 180! Finish up! You change it.
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Get it! Ready!
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Ready to run! Stay again!
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And it's incomplete.
Troy Anderson on the coverage.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And if it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. We'll get a couple, and that's it. They go play action now. Jackson. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now we're on a first down pickup of 8.
First down. And 8-yard pickup. First down, Green Bay.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Now we give to Taylor. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the lead extended. And I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that part there. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
To throw, Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air once more, Williams. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To the air, Williams. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Torrey Burton, 36 yards. And the Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, I'll hit you, and it worked really well for them.
And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. Now Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Golden. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lamar changing the play. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers. Jonathan Taylor, 45 yards. And the Packers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Wide open receiver complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Looking to throw is Williams. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
What is that? Yeah.
To throw, it's Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, that team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Brings up third down.
Working out of the gun, Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. 3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. Jackson. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked.
There he goes, left side. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I know a lot of special special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. They run once more with Taylor. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
For the field goal, a 54-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Williams. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 35.
An excellent gain, 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 30.
From the gun, here's Williams. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest